Hey yo, this is Dash, and today I'm going to be making one of my, if not my family's, favorite meal. I'm going to be making, or favorite meat, I'm going to be making porchetta. This video might actually be broken into two parts, so I'm sorry, but the first portion, I'm going to do all of the prep work to get the porchetta ready to go outside on Charlotte, my wherever kettle with the rotisserie attachment. So, stick around, join me. Hey yo, this is Dash. Get ready. All right, so there's only a few things you need to do a porchetta really well. You can do a porchetta and you can do lots of different herbs and spices and things like that, or you can do it the easier way. I do it the easier way. Now, first and foremost, you need a pork belly. I got this pork belly from Costco. It was $3.99 a pound, which in the current state of things is not actually all that bad of a deal. It does not have the skin on. My family prefers the skinless pork bellies. I did one with the skin on, and it might have been my own fault, my own user error. I didn't do it right, whatever. They prefer the skin on or skin off pork belly. Now, this pork belly is 7.5 pounds, so it's a decent sized pork belly. I might, or I could actually cut this one in half and, you know, make it a small one, but they're going to eat this over the next couple days. First things first, glove up. All right, well, actually, before I do that, let me talk about the things I'm going to use. I have a basic pesto. This is a 6.7 ounce jar of pesto. I end up using a whole jar of pesto, and I have some complete seasoning. This is the Vide complete seasoning. Those are the only two things I need and will do very well on this porchetta, or for this porchetta. You will need a couple tools to get this job done. I have some butcher's twine, a spoon, and most importantly, I have just a little, like a box razor, one of those disposable razors. I bought a pack of razors from Harbor Freight, a pack of razor blades from Harbor Freight, and I just pull one out when I need it. All right, meat side, fat side. Now, when I do my porchettas, I will score if I can get the razor blade, I will score the fat side. It kind of depends on how I'm doing it or what I want to do, but I'm going to go diagonally this time. We're going all the way across the length of the protein here. You want to score all the way down and through the fat down to where you get to some of the muscle. Scoring it is going to help render some of the fat out. Also, scoring it is going to allow some of the seasonings or the seasonings that you put on here to penetrate deeper in here. We're going to come back across diagonally. And I'm probably cutting down a quarter to a half of an inch. You'll kind of figure out how far down into the meat you want to go, and your preference is your preference. All right, now that that's done, what I'm gonna do is flip the porchetta over, and there was one side, this, I'm trying to think which side I want to do. So let me show you guys what I'm looking at. This side there's more fat, this side there's less fat. So what I'm thinking I might do is actually, I want to peel this whole thing back and basically expose some of the inner layers of the porchetta. I'm just trying to decide which end I'm going to trim back and roll up. I think I'm going to trim back this side so this can be on the outside and this will be on the inside. So at this point, what I'm going to do is I'm going to basically just try to cut this in half and start trimming it down. And this is why it helps to have a really sharp razor blade, because it makes this a lot easier. If you have a really sharp knife, you might be able to get it done, but I find the razor blade is the cheapest and easiest thing to make this happen. And what I'm doing, like I said, is just cutting this back so that I can season more surface area of the meat. Now it doesn't have to be exactly half. I'm just peeling back a layer. And you might get to the point, see where I'm to the point where my cuts from the top side are low enough. It's okay. It's not going to kill it, it's not going to hurt it. Just going to go through. Just take your time. Now I got put on the porchetta from my man Alton. If you don't know Alton, Alton is the dog father, or he runs the dog father YouTube channel. And I saw him do this and I wanted to do this for my wife and kids. And then when we went, well, my wife and I went to Austin and we hung out with Alton and a couple other YouTubers. Alton made this for us, and it was like, it was a wrap from there. From then on, I've been making it. So for the last almost 2 years, I've been making porchetta, and I'll make a porchetta every month or two. And it is hands down by far one of the favorite, or a family favorite. I actually did a video making a porchetta, I want to say years ago, but it has been quite a while. And when I did that video, Victor will tell you, I did not cut off one of the strings on the meat, and my wife actually ended up with it. So when you do this and you use the string, which I'm going to be using later, make sure that you cut them all off before serving. almost finished here. Like I said, I just want to pull some of this meat back. So I have, basically, I'm going to use this and roll it up as a stuffing to put into the middle and give the middle bit a lot more oomph, basically. All right, give it some more volume. And let's pull this out a little further. All right, there we go. So I basically have the outside fat layer, and then we have some of the meat in here. And the point of that was to make sure that we can get all of this seasoned. So now let me get this glove off. I'm gonna go ahead and season this internal bit here with the complete seasoning. Don't be bashful. This is a big old piece of meat. Let's get this part seasoned as well. All right. And now for my pesto. My wife really likes pesto, so me using pesto on this, she's a big fan. Big fan. All right, now I'm going to use this whole bottle. So I'm just going to get it to the point where I spread it out. Down in here. Nothing fancy. It just has to get on the meat. All right. Then I'm going to take and start rolling this up. Roll that portion up. And I'm going to get the rest of the pesto spread out on here. And actually, like I said, I'm going to use this whole bottle. Every last drop. All right. Now we have the porchetta primarily rolled up really well, and I'm just gonna get in there. Okay, I have five strings, 5 pieces of the butcher twine here, and I'm just gonna put them up and under. Get one into the middle. I am no expert at tying knots with butcher twine. I know some of you guys are pretty good at it. I'm going to leave these strings a little proud so I can find them a little easier. But I know that I'm going to put 5 pieces of twine on this. Later, I need to find 5 pieces of twine. I'm waiting for Victor's comment down below. All right, there's 2. Far side. Three. I probably could have gotten away with those 3 today, but we cut out 5, we're gonna use 5. 4. And the whole reason why you're tying this up is just to kind of keep things together. Those slits that I put in are rather deep, and you can see some of the meat on the lower layer is exposed. It's not going to hurt anything, but we want to kind of keep everything in the porchetta. All right, and one more. Okay, strings are cut. Now the next thing I'm going to do is get my rotisserie. Well, the skewer. Now when I do this rotisserie, I know that this is where, between here and here, are where it's going to lie on in the grill. So I try to aim for the picanha to be sitting in the middle. So I'll move this up a little bit, get that tightened down. We will run this through. Use my clean hand to send it so I can hold on to it with my dirty hand. Okay. Get the other portion of the skewer. All right, now I can look at this and see that it needs to move this way just a touch so it can be more centered. And again, on the skewer, you can see where it's going to sit in the grill. So I can use that to help make sure it's centered properly. All right, now that it's on the skewer, at this point, I'm gonna take and season the outside very well. Again, just with this complete seasoning. And I'm gonna let this hang out and sweat for a little while I go get my grill started. Now, if you've never done a porchetta, I highly recommend it. This is I guess Alton told me he does this around the holidays, but my goodness, my wife and kids absolutely love when I make this. Make sure every single nook and cranny of this outside has this complete seasoning on it, and we'll let that hang out. Like I said, I'm gonna go ahead and get my grill started. This will hang out here for a few moments. By the time the grill comes up to temperature in about 15-20 minutes, I'll get this out there on the grill and we'll continue on with the cook. So if this is the end of the video, I want to say thank you so very much for watching the video. If I do continue this into the second part, you probably won't see this. You'll just be picked up, or you'll see this once we pick it up outside at the grill. But either way, I want to take a moment and say thank you guys so very much, as always, for watching. If you haven't already, please do subscribe. Hit that thumbs up button for me. Make sure you turn the notification bell on so you can be notified whenever one of these videos goes live. Speaking of live, I actually do a live stream every Wednesday night, 9 p.m. First hour, we talk about something barbecue or barbecue business related. The second hour, we actually kind of just shoot the breeze. We talk about any and almost everything. So definitely make sure you join us for one of those talks, and hope to see you soon. Thank you again for watching. I'll see you next time.
Oh, butter, baby.